So let's get into what this book is about. So we have our female main character. Her name is Rita. She is a bakery owner, and her ex-boyfriend is marrying her cousin. Yes, her ex-boyfriend is marrying her cousin, and she RSVPs for the wedding with a +1 and don't have a man. So not only does she not have a man, she consistently uses dating websites to go on dates to find a man. Literally, like right after she RSVPs for this wedding and add a +1 and lying to her family that she's bringing somebody, she goes on a blind date with someone. So she has this blind date at a coffee shop. She arrives at the coffee shop, and she is supposed to be looking for a guy that has on a red jacket, and he is supposed to be reading a specific magazine. A magazine that she has so that they know, that they're the right people. So she gets in line, she orders her coffee, she spots dude. And so she goes and sit down with dude. She's like, "Hey, I'm Rita, how are you?" And dude is looking at her like, "Hey." And she's like, "How are you doing?" Da, da, da. And she instantly starts talking, like doing icebreaker questions. And he's looking at her like, "Hold on, hold your horses. Rita, nice to meet you, but I don't think I'm the person you think I am." And she's like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not. Are you supposed to be meeting somebody here?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to be meeting," I think she said, "Steve." He was like, "My name's not Steve." "That's not me. You might want to go find Steve." So she gets her coffee. She's embarrassed, of course. I would be embarrassed. She gets her coffee, gets up, and she's like, "Oh my God." So she's looking around the coffee shop for Steve. She ended up finding Steve. Steve is a white guy. Rita is black. She sits down with Steve and they're talking, and she instantly dives into her icebreaker questions again. Well, they do their date, they leave. She's texting Steve. Steve ain't hitting her back up. So obviously the date didn't go well on his end. So in the midst of all that, at her bakery, she's having problems with parking. There's no assigned parking, and her employees have been working at the bakery for quite some time, and some new business owners moved in next door to her, and they've been stealing her unassigned parking spots. So we have the male main character named Duncan. He owns the business right next door to her. It's a gym. He decides he wants to go and introduce himself to all of his new business neighbors. He goes into her bakery, and she's looking at him, and he's looking at her, and they like, "We met before." And she's like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, my name is Duncan. I own the gym next door. I just want to come and introduce myself." And she's like, "Okay, cool." So they're like, "Are we gonna act like we ain't never met before or what?" Because technically they did. They didn't know each other's names. Well, he knew her name, but she didn't know his. But technically they already met. So it was like, yeah, we can say we already met. It was embarrassing, but we can say we already met. So because she has been already having this ongoing issue with the parking spots, she decides to slide in. "Hey, since you over here, can we talk about this parking?" And he like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she was like, "Yeah, so we have these unassigned parking spots." I don't know if you guys lived in an apartment complex, but for me, my last place before I moved into this house, we lived in an apartment complex, and we had unassigned parking spots. The parking spots that are probably near your door, near your staircase, everybody knew, hey, that's their parking spots. Nobody's gonna park there, right? Only time somebody parked there is if somebody is coming to visit and they don't know, they accidentally park. So she's like, yeah, we have unassigned parking spots. And he was like, unassigned, huh? And she's like, yeah, and we need y'all to get up out of our spots immediately. So he goes back and he talks to his business partner about it. Y'all, this book is cute. We already know where this book is gonna go because she RSVP'd for the wedding with a +1. So we're definitely finna get the fake dating trope in this book. I'm feeling like she's about to ask Duncan to be her fake boyfriend. We gonna see. So this book is very cute. I forgot to mention that it is part of a series, which I didn't realize it was a part of a series because I added this book to my Amazon wish list and somebody gifted it to me a long time ago, like at the top of the year. And I don't know if the others had released since I had bought this book or since I had got this book, but I really didn't want to start another series because I'm currently in some. However, I'm gonna go ahead and read this book. It's literally only like 220 pages. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this book knocked out this week. And based on how this book go will determine if I start reading the others from the series. I do know book 2 gives fall vibes. So I don't know. We gonna see. So I just got to work and I want to come and bring you guys a little update on the book. I'm about 60% in and I'm liking it. At first I was like, this book is just a little too cute and a little too predictable, only because it has a fake dating trope. So we already know like how it's gonna end, because usually with fake dating they end up falling in love, right? But there is a little twist because, like I was telling you guys, and I was mispronouncing her name. Her name is not Rita, it's Retta. So Retta RSVP'd for her cousin's wedding, and her cousin is marrying her ex. So obviously she's gonna ask Duncan to be her fake boyfriend for the wedding, because obviously that cannot be a spoiler because y'all already know how these books work. However, the plot twist or the shocking part of the book is going to be Duncan finding out why he's the fake boyfriend. He doesn't know why. She never told him why she needed him to be her fake boyfriend. She just legit asked him to be her fake boyfriend and fake date for the wedding. And so he's assuming, yes, she needs to upstage her family members and stuff, but he does not know that the reason why he's fake dating her is because she's attending her ex-boyfriend's wedding. So he's trying to figure out, they're at the engagement party and he's just trying to figure out why people are approaching her the way that they are approaching her. Like, oh my God, I'm so surprised to see you here. And oh my God, I can't believe you actually came. That's how people are approaching her at the engagement party. So he's kind of looking like, what? Why are they so surprised to see her here? And what I can say is he's being a great fake boyfriend. But, we always have those unlikable characters, especially in situations like these. And one of them is her auntie, which is her cousin's mom. Her name is Wendy. First of all, Wendy came to Retta's bakery asking her if she can make her a macaroon tower for the engagement party. Like, how about not? How about no? How about y'all go find another bakery to do it? What makes you think I would be so freaking excited to do anything pertaining to my ex-boyfriend's wedding? Like, what makes you think even asking me was okay? And then her aunt is like pressing an issue. Like, I seen you do a +1 for your RSVP. I didn't know you would be bringing anybody. Like, bitch, what? Oh, what? Like, I already don't like auntie. Auntie, you can go on somewhere, okay? You could go on somewhere with the shenanigans for real. The banter between Duncan and Retta is good, even though they're fake dating. Y'all, the banter is good between the two fake daters. Let's just say they are getting into an entanglement, and we haven't gotten to any spice, like extremely spice yet, but I feel like it's coming. Like, I feel like the build up in their banter and in their conversation and in their little fake boyfriend girlfriend situationship. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how they end up being together, because I just know they're gonna be together. Her friends, I really like her friends. Her friends took her shopping, because they like, baby, if you going to your ex's wedding and his engagement party, you gonna be needing to come with it. You gonna be needing to come with the fits. And I'm talking about sexy. I'm not talking about those outfits you always put on for every special occasion. Now, let's go get you something new. And it's so funny because she went to the engagement party and she had on an outfit that one of her best friends picked out for her. They went shopping. And I can't remember if it was her cousin or her auntie saying, oh, you got something new on. That's so nice, because Retta literally rotates the same like 2-3 dresses for every special occasion. So I'm really liking it so far. It's a quick read. Like I told you guys, it's under 250 pages. And I'm saying I'm 60% in, but I really believe I'm about 70% in. I really want to finish the book today. Just so that I can see officially how it ends. But it's really cute. As of now, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go into the next book in a series, because like I was telling you guys, I didn't realize this book was part of a series. So I'm trying to determine now if I'm going to go into the next book. I'm actually about to go see who the next book is about, because we get introduced to a lot of characters. So we get introduced to her two best friends. She has some cousins that we get introduced to, and they love some guys, y'all. They got a whole group chat where they be talking about all the single men and stuff, because they are single. So I guess I could see what the second book is about, because I know for sure it gives fall vibes, and fall is getting ready to start. And I would love to continue this series if it's about a likable character. So we shall see. So I finally finished this book, y'all, and it was super cute. Like, I really enjoyed this book, and I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed this book, and I'm happy I got to end the month of August reading this book. So I have my iPad here because I was taking tons of notes while I was reading, and I wanted to take these notes so that I can come and give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about this book. So I already gave you guys a brief synopsis, and I already told you guys, like, this book was given only for the week vibes. And the only reason why I was saying it was given only for the week vibes is because my family member is marrying my family member. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why people do that. Like, go get your own man, sis. You can't find your own man. You gotta go get my old man. But okay, whatever, I digress. So we did get like some entanglement situations going on with their fake dating, because obviously they were fake dating in the book, and I really loved their banter. One thing even though I don't like fake dating that much, like, it's not my favorite trope because it's so unrealistic. But one thing I do like about fake dating is they get the opportunity to really get to know one another while they are fake dating, versus like an insta love situation. Because, you know, an insta love situation, they be like, oh my God, I've been knowing him for 24 hours and now I'm in love. Like, and that one is super unrealistic too. But with a fake dating trope, they get to literally fake date for however long, and they are really getting to know each other. And I guess I would say I like fake dating over insta love, even though neither one of those are my favorite, because it's just fake and I don't like fake stuff. What I do wish is that we can get I wish we can get a romance novel where the couple is fake dating and it don't work out at the end. Like, they learn about each other while they're fake dating and then they end up not even falling in love. That would be like a plot twist. I think the only time I really like fake dating tropes is when it's for convenience, like financial reasons or something like that. But like for this, like, hey, I need you to act like my boyfriend for this wedding. I'm going to my ex-boyfriend's wedding. Like, I don't really like that type of trope. But this was very good. I wish this book was dual POV. So it's not dual POV. It's really just us getting the story told to us, which is cool. And then you get page breaks to kind of tell who we're talking about. So it's not hard to follow. I just love a dual POV type of story. I did want more about Duncan. We got his family background as far as what his parents was going through, a little subplot in the, I was going to say movie, but in the book, we got a subplot of what his parents is going through, but I really wish we got more about him, instead of him in conjunction with family drama. Like, I wish we got more about him. I would love to hear his story. Like, not even just his story, but I would just love to have dual POV and more about him in this book. I enjoyed learning about Retta's baking career. It wasn't too much or overwhelming, but we did get a little bit to understand how bakers navigate. Now, my best friend is a baker. She has her own bakery. If you're from Memphis, it's Gimme Sugar Bakery. And she's been in the baking business for years, so I get the ins and outs of it. So I loved to see that in this book. I actually suggested that she read this book. I recommended this book to her. She probably won't never read it because she's not much of a reader, but I thought this was just such a cute story and it was very short, and I gave her like the premise of the book and she was interested, so we'll see. I already talked about how fake dating is not my favorite, but on the flip side, I like how they create rapport. Like I already said that. I love how they have to create that rapport to be good fake daters, because they're, going in front of each other's family, so they have to know something about each other. So it kind of like works out at the end. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of my final thoughts about this book. It was really, really good. I gave this story a 3.5 rating. I usually don't talk about ratings in my vlogs at all, but because you guys already seen my August monthly wrap up, I decided to go ahead and give it to you guys in this video. But I did give it a 3.5 rating. I do plan on reading the next story. The next story in this Love Struck, is that what it's called? I think it's called Love Struck, the series. The next book is about Gwen, which is Duncan's sister, and I'm really excited about getting into her story because you did get a little bit of her in this one, and it kind of left you on a cliffhanger. You were kind of able to tell that the author threw you a little taste of what's going on with his sister to prepare you for book 2. And book 2 is giving fall vibes. The whole little cover, like I put it right here, is giving fall vibes. So yes, that's that. I'm so excited about that. Now we're about to go to my next book to finish my summer reading TBR, and that one is Honey and Spice. Now, I already started this book off camera. I have been reading it on and off over the weekend, and it's pretty good. I did a soft DNF on this book a couple of months ago because I decided to pick it up via Libby, and the reason why I did a soft DNF on this book is because the terminology, they are from, I think from Ghana, but I'm not sure. but their terminology plus the heavy accent of the narrator of the book, I was lost in the sauce. Like, I couldn't keep up. And I typically only listen to audiobooks when I'm at work, and I was listening and I couldn't really just sit there and just, you really have to sit there and like listen. So I was like, I'm not gonna be able to follow, but I already had the physical copy, so I was like, I'm gonna give this another chance. And this book is really cute. It's giving brown sugar vibes already. It's giving a lot of 90s R&B references, and the female main character name is Kiki. She is a radio show host. It's called Brown Sugar, and she is about F dudes. She's always talking about F dudes and how to, don't let men get over on you. You need to be getting over on him, sis. Like, that's all she be talking about. And then the male main character name is Malachi. And Malachi is the new guy at the university. And everybody is like, oh my God, he's so fine. I want to talk to him. And I mean, he got the girls lined up, like literally. So she gets a tip that it's a new guy on the university and he got the girls going crazy. So she gets on the talk show and she's basically telling them like, sis, get it together, sis. Don't let his looks fool you, sis. And she don't even know Malachi. So far the book is pretty good. I've actually been reading it from my Kindle as well. And I think I am about 34% in, so it says I'm on page 109. What I can say is that these chapters are long. They are long, and the terminology in the book does take some getting used to. Once you start getting used to the terminology, because like I said, they're like from Ghana. I think some of them are from London or whatever. Kind of like reading Magnolia Parks. You got to kind of get used to their terminology. I did find myself Googling some of the terms while I'm reading, which is good because you're reading to learn. So yeah, so far so good. I'm excited to get knee deep into this book. Just want to come and give you guys an update on both, and I'll be back when I got something else to say about Honey and Spice. Okay, I'm 67% in this book, and y'all, I know I already said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. These chapters are so freaking long, and they are really long for no reason. So let me just give y'all an update of what's going on in the book, because I do realize my first update wasn't really giving you guys anything. So boom, we have Kiki. Kiki is a radio host for the radio show called Brown Sugar. She is a university student, and I forget what her degree plan is in, but I have a feeling it's like journalism or radio or whatever, right? Anyway, so she goes and talks to her counselor. Her counselor is talking to her about an opportunity for an intern, extern, whatever, in New York. And the opportunity will give her leverage over her career path. And it's basically in the same thing that she's doing, radio. But the stipulation is she cannot use her already created radio station for her project, plus the paper that she has to turn in to get accepted into this intern. She has to create something new. Okay, so her counselor is like, hey, I have another person who is doing the same thing, and maybe you guys can help each other out. I'm going to share this person's work with you, and I'm going to share your work with this person, so that you guys can piggyback off each other and throw ideas at one another and possibly help each other get through this, get accepted to this intern. So yes, that's what's happening. So they go to this, what they call Freaky Fridays, which is basically a party that she helped put together for Black people. And it is a space where Black people can come, chill, vibe, enjoy themselves, and just be themselves. And she is messing with this dude named Zach, right? Now, mind you guys, I told you that we had a new student named Malachi that entered the chat at the university. She ran into Malachi when she was leaving Zach's flat, aka his apartment, right? Her and Zach is like a white guy. Her and Zach ain't really clicking at all. They really just be screwing with each other, and that's it. So at the Freaky Friday party, she wanted to make Zach mad. And the way that she made Zach mad is by kissing the new guy, Malachi, right? So after she kissed Malachi, it's all over social media that Kiki kissed Malachi after Kiki got on a radio. It was basically telling us to stray away from Malachi because he is no good. So she's basically not practicing what she's preaching to us. And we don't like that, right? So in the midst of all that, she decides to go ahead, open up her email, and check out the work that her counselor has sent her to review for said student to help her so that they can help each other get into the program. She goes over the entire assignment and realizes that the said student is Malachi. So her and Malachi has to work together to help each other get to New York. And so what they do is, because they already kissed and it already went viral on social media, they decided that they are going to fake date one another and use their fake relationship to enhance her radio show and his film production, because he's in college for film. And that's going to flip the script on social media, because now they're boyfriend and girlfriend. So now everybody loves them. Their couple goals, right? So that's Malachi and Kiki. And I'm in another fake dating trope, y'all. Another one. Yes, another one. And what I can say is these chapters are extremely long. I don't know what the author is trying to do in each chapter, but I had often seen myself getting bored, which is why I'm just at 67%, because I don't know if it's because I'm so used to short chapters in other books with other genres that I assume that every book thereafter needs to be short chapters, but I legit feel like each chapter is 5 to 7%, however many pages that is with my physical copy. And I feel like I'm just reading. And one thing about me is I do not like to end in the middle of a chapter. Like if I'm done reading for the day, I like to complete a full chapter. But with this book, I've been having to just leave off after a paragraph is completed or a thought is done, because I am getting tired of reading. I am getting freaking tired of reading. Okay, now another thing is, because the chapters are long, it's like she's drawing all of her thoughts out and you're getting every single detail, and I don't know how I feel about that. All I know is I'm ready for this book to end, right? But that's not to say that I dislike the book. It finally started picking up at 62%. Mind you, I'm at 67%. It finally started picking up with some subplots, okay? Because you know, Kiki and Malachi are fake dating, so of course they have to get to know one another. And he started asking her questions about her upbringing and her past. She gave him all the tea, but then when she started asking him the same questions, he was kind of hesitant on some details about his life. And so the thing that Malachi goes through currently is he has issues with his dad. His dad wants him to be a provider, a protector. His dad wants him to go to school at the best university, get the best job, and provide for his family. But some things happened in Malachi's family that got Malachi like, I don't want to do that, right? Not only did things happen that got him thinking he don't want to do that, his dad want him to go to school for economics, and economics is not his thing. He would rather go to school for film. And you know how some parents be like, film ain't gonna pay the bills, and I'm just like, y'all must not see these movie producers. Like, what? But film is not gonna pay the bills. That's how Malachi's dad is. And so he invited Kiki over for dinner, and she walked in on a surprise visit from Malachi's dad, and him and his dad was duking it out because his dad had just found out that Malachi changed his major and didn't let him know. And Malachi's dad pays for his college tuition. So we start getting to some subplot that really drew my attention, because the radio show is cool. What they're doing on a radio show is cool. But after so much, like, that's all we getting is the radio show and a fake dating relationship. And it was getting kind of boring to me. But now that we got to some personal subplot business, it's willed me in. Y'all, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm supposed to be completing 3 books in this vlog, but I don't see myself completing another summer book. I'm gonna show you guys when I get home what other summer book I'm supposed to be reading after I'm finished with this one. But I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I am romanced out. And I feel like most of my summer TBR was romance. And then it's so funny that I picked up another fake dating trope right after I just finished a fake dating trope. And I am just over it at this point. I'm ready to I'm supposed to be getting into some fantasy this fall. I'm supposed to be getting into some thrillers this fall. I'm always going to throw some romance in there, but I want some women fiction. Like, I'm ready to switch my genres up. And my last summer read is another romance, and I think I'm gonna just read it at a random time, not necessarily save it for next summer, but it's given very much I'm gonna read it when I feel like it, because I'm over romance for right now. And y'all know I'm a romance girly and I love romance down, but it's overkill, very much overkill. So currently on lunch break, about to get in a little bit more reading while I'm sitting out here. It is raining. I really wish I was at home snuggled up with my husband. We love when it rains. But yeah, so I'll be back when I got another update. It's likely I'm not coming back until I finish this book, because yeah. So I'll see y'all when I'm done. This was a very good book. If you follow me on Bookstagram, you probably already seen my book review for this one, but I thoroughly enjoyed this book, right? It was very good. I'm so happy I circled the block on this book, because I soft DNF'd the audiobook. And the only reason why I soft DNF'd the audiobook was simply because I couldn't understand what the narrator was saying. The narrator was British, so I couldn't understand the accent plus the lingo, right? But the book was very good. I felt like it started picking up at 63%. I already talked to you guys about that. It really did start picking up at 63% because we got subplots. And I think what I love most about romance is the subplots, because we get more than just the romantic aspect of the book. We get into their business, and I love getting into their business. So I've already kind of told you guys what this book is about. We have Kiki, who is a radio show host for Brown Sugar. She is going into radio in college. They are college students. Well, she goes to talk to her counselor just to be counseling, and then her counselor talks to her about the internship. Of course, I already told you guys that she has 2 students at which she is trying to get into the internship. The second student is Malachi. Malachi is a new student on the block. He is the fine new student on the block. All of the girls is loving him. The way Malachi looks at relationships is like a true dating. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, he likes to date with no strings attached, and he lets it be known that that's what he's doing. And when he dates multiple women, because that's how dating is supposed to be. I don't know where people get that dating means you should be dating one person at a time. No, if you are exclusively dating, okay. But if you're just dating, having fun, especially as a college student, you are supposed to be dating multiple people and letting them know, hey, we're not exclusively dating. I'm just out here dating and I'm having fun. And that's what Malachi does. So when Kiki broadcasts not allowing Malachi to, date you plus other females on her radio station, she really didn't get his outlook on relationships. So when they were partnered up to help each other get to this intern, and they were fake dating, they were able to get a deeper understanding. Malachi wanted an understanding of why people even date. Why do people want to be in serious relationships? And then Kiki got an understanding of how it is to just be dating and not necessarily being in a serious relationship. This book was so cute because it was plenty of 90s R&B references, and I am a diehard 90s R&B fan. That's most of the music I listen to. I listen to rap and I listen to some pop, but R&B, 90s R&B has a special place in my heart. I'm gonna play it on rotation like it just dropped yesterday. Like, that's just what I do. And then your favorite romance movies, of course, Brown Sugar, right? And Love and Basketball, and just all of the movies that have love scenes, romantic scenes they mentioned in the book. So I was very, very, very entertained with that. Here I go, like I said, with another fake dating trope. But this one, it was very good. When I tell you guys I was crying on the treadmill, I was crying while wrapping this book up on the treadmill. It was just so good. Some of my favorite quotes in this book was, one of them was, yeah, started reading the book so that I could see why you liked them so much. Y'all, Malachi went and bought Kiki's favorite fantasy novels because she raved about them so much. And he wanted to see why she loved them so much. And he read them and he ended up loving them too. And I thought that was just so cute. Not only that, he dressed up as one of the characters in the novel and went to a book signing event with her dressed up as one of the characters. And I just thought that was cute. Mind you, they were fake dating and he did that. I love that so much. Another favorite quote I had was, it's not arrogant to know what you're good at. It's arrogant to think you don't need to grow. I love that so much. I'm a quotes girly. Even though I don't annotate, I put a lot of quotes down in my notes section. I loved how she compared rap with a dash of R&B and a sprinkle of soul. That's how she described Malachi, and I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. My last quote that I want to share with you guys that I loved says, I don't think you're emotionally fucked. You're just selective with what you express. Protective just means that you do choose to share stuff that is special, and I'm pretty much the same, so I related to that quote a lot. I really loved both of the characters, the character developments, the side characters that was in the story. The side characters really enhanced the novel. We definitely needed the side characters that were in this novel. Love them so much. They referenced Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love that. What was so funny to me is that they were saying that Kiki and Malachi was standing next to a 3-door Toyota. And I'm like, what is a 3-door Toyota? Like, I literally Googled it, and in my head, I'm like, maybe they're just talking about a 2-door, and then the hatchback trunk is probably considered the 3rd door. I don't know, but child, this book was so good. I highly recommend this book if you guys are just looking for a college romance, a little YA good time with some 90s references in it. A very good book. I don't think this was necessarily a summer book because they were in school. So obviously you go back to school in the fall. However, I think they had came off summer break and then went into school. So yeah, it was perfect. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I circled the block on it. Now, I told you guys that I was not going to be finishing my summer TBR because I'm romanced out. Hey guys, so if you got into this part of the video, you have reached my secret giveaway. Shh. So this video is probably some random vlog. However, I like to gauge who is actually watching my videos to the end, and I thought doing the giveaway this way will be the perfect way to see who has watched my videos all the way through closest to the end. So what I need you to do to enter this giveaway is, number one, have an Amazon wish list, because I am only purchasing one book from a lucky subscriber's Amazon wish list. And in order for me to get your wish list, I need you to go down to my description box, email me. My email is always sitting in my description box. Email me. In the subject line, put congratulations. Make sure you give me your name, because I need to enter your name in a random generator, and send me your direct Amazon wishlist link, okay? Thank you guys so much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. I am so grateful and so thankful for you guys. It's been a long time coming. I've been on this YouTube journey for so very long, and I've just been waiting until I seen that 1K. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So cheers to 1,000 and many more subscribers to come. Make sure you send me that email if you want to be entered in a giveaway. In another video, I'm going to be announcing who the winner is. Of course, you will probably already know, because I probably been and already sent you the gift. But again, it has to be an Amazon wish list. Good luck and ta-ta. Now, let me show you guys the book that was on my summer TBR. The 7-year slip. First of all, I'm scared to read this book because there are so many mixed reviews, and I feel like because I am tired of reading romance, that is going to be my perfect reason to not read this book right now. Like, I'm just not going to read it right now. I'm probably going to read it before the year end because I've been having this book since my birthday. However, I'm just not in the mood to read anything else romance at the moment, so I'm just going to hold off on this one. I'm ready to get into my thrillers, my fantasies, and I'm still going to throw romance into my fall TBR. That's the reason why I'm not going to push this all the way off. It's just I'm going to push it back because I'm just not in the mood for it. And then another book that was not originally on my summer TBR, but I added it just in case I was able to get to that one, was Felix Ever After. Now, I don't know what the setting of this book is. It doesn't really say, but the cover gave me summer vibes, so that's why I kind of sneaked it in. But this was an add-on, so personally, with my summer goals, I feel like me not getting to this book is okay because it was not originally part of my summer TBR, but the 7-year slip was. So I think I did fairly good on my stack of books that I had for my summer TBR. So I'm really happy about that. I have already shifted into my fall TBR. I've started my book club pick for the month. So I'm well on my way. People keep asking me what are my reading goals for the rest of the year. Y'all, I'm vibing. I'm just vibing. I think it works best for me to create seasonal TBRs rather than monthly hopefuls and TBR lists, because it's so many new releases that come out. I have so many books on my bookshelves. I have my Kindle, and I buy Kindle books almost every day for like $1 or whenever I catch them on sale. So it's so hard for me to stick to a monthly TBR or create a monthly TBR. So what I've been doing is just creating a stack of books that I want to read in a season, which gives me wiggle room to add more. And you know, fluctuate. So I have my TBR cart with my seasonal books that I know I want to get through, but then I also have room to add to that TBR. So that's what I've been doing. But anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out this vlog. If you've read these 2 books that I talked about in this vlog, comment down below. Let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know your thoughts. If you have not read these books, but they are on your radar, start the books, okay? If you finish your summer TBR, let me know, and let me know what you plan to read this fall, because even though it's not fall time, I'm officially ready to get into my fall TBR because I'm romanced out. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, ta-ta.